Hi, welcome to Monterey's Cooking. I'm John Pisto. And folks, today we're going to do some really fun things. I'm going to make something a little unusual, but before I start, I want to show you something. A lot of people have been asking me about knives and care of knives. You know, there's some simple things you should know. When you buy these expensive French knives, buy the least expensive ones first, and as you wear them out or crack them or break them, then graduate. And knives, you got to remember, people always cut themselves on dull knives, not sharp knives. And when you buy your knife and it's very, very sharp, you should have what's called a steel, and you should learn how to use it. Some people go this way. I don't like that way. I do it this way. See, there's a guard here in case you slip, you don't cut yourself. And what this does is keep the blade on, or keeps the edge on. So when you can no longer put an edge on by using the steel, then you take it to a sharpener and you have him sharpen it for you. Eventually you won't be able to sharpen your knife. Throw it away and buy a new one. I know hanging on to knives is like hanging on to old friends, but those old friends are the ones that'll hurt you. Okay, they're gonna cut you. All right, I just wanted to mention that. Okay, so today, we went to Spain last year, and one of the dishes that we had there was so delicious and so unusual. I said, we sell octopus. That's right, octopus. We sell octopus in the restaurants, and you see them on Fisherman's Wharf, all the fish stands. They have marinated octopus, and they're quite delicious. Has a nice texture to it, and when it's cooked properly, it's quite good. In Greece, the Greeks eat tremendous amounts of octopus. Philippines, all European countries, Asians, sushi bars. I mean, everyone. The only ones that don't eat octopus are Americans. Okay, we got to learn. We got to learn to try new things. So when my friends brought me this octopus, this came off one of the shrimp boats here in Monterey. Johnny Aliotti and Billy Rose, they brought me an octopus. Look how pretty that is. Look at that. This guy, in its entirety, weighed about 55 pounds. Okay, so what I've done was cook it already, but I'm going to cook it again. And I'm going to do a very famous Spanish dish that's called Octopus Stew. Now, don't go. It may sound fun or funny, but I tell you, this, especially Monterey octopus, has got to have one of the best flavors of all the octopus that we buy. And we buy them from the Philippines, and get them from Mexico. And like I said, we taste them from all over the place. But, you go to a good fish market, go to the wharf, ask Vince down at Liberty's, or, some of the good guys at Sea Harvest, and tell them you want some octopus. They'll get them for you. They may even cook them for you, because there's a little trick in cooking them. But once you learn it, it's very, very easy. Now, I want to show you something here. Let's get this guy out here. Now, I left it. You see, these are the wings. Okay, now imagine there's 8 of these guys, right? This is the wing in between. Now, we don't want that part. So what we're going to do is just cut that out. And it comes out real easy. And it's very gelatinous. And I'll tell you the truth, I like this part. I eat this. I don't have no problem eating that. Okay, so we're going to trim it up pretty nice. Okay, and then this is ready. Now, cut thin. And you eat the suckers too, because the suckers are real good. See, cut thin. This is tender. I tell you, it's as good as as a scallop, or any. I tell you, this is the best octopus I've ever tasted. This is right out of Monterey Bay. Boys, you're gonna bring me some more of these. These are real, real good. But let's do the stew. But let's start her off with some onion. And the Spanish love to use pimentos. So we're going to use some red peppers. Now you can use, the pimentos in the can? You can use that too, because that'll be delicious. And I'm going to just cut them like this. And our pimento is a type of a red pepper. You know, some of them are hot, some of them are not. And different degrees. And these are sweet pepper. We're going to add some hot to this, though, because we want this to be a little fiery. Okay. And the Spanish like garlic, too, huh? Put a little garlico. Yep. You know, traveling in all these foreign countries, you see how different we are, and we also see how much the same we are. That makes it fun. Okay, let's chop up the yellow also. Now, we had this octopus on the show the other day with one of our brightest citizens, Leon Panetta, and we had the octopus do literally a walk-on, and it was amazing how large it was. I mean, it's the biggest one I've ever seen, and the boys tell me they can even get bigger than that. So I'm doing bell pepper, onion, nice garlic, and look at these. See what these are? They're little potatoes. And this is going to make this dish delicious. Now, you'll find these potatoes in the tapas bars in Spain. You go in, you have a little dish of sherry or a little glass of sherry, and you have a little appetizer, and sometimes you just see these. And boy, are they delicious. Now, I said tapas, I didn't say topless. Tapas. Tapas is that wonderful Spanish tradition of eating little bits of food to go with your little bits, your little drinks. And this is the latest story I heard, very funny. One story was the Spanish government said you can't drink unless you have something to eat. So the bartenders or the tavern owners start making up little appetizers. Then I heard this latest story was that there were so many flies in the bars that they would cover it with a piece of bread or something to keep the flies from going into your drink. I think I'd rather believe the first one. Of course, you never know. But we're going to give this a nice shot of parsley. Just throw it in. So we're just going to saute this. I want to brown everything a little bit. I got it high heat. Then I'm going to do something very unusual. Okay? And when we come back, we're going to continue to make this octopus stew. Okay, you know, folks, while this is cooking, Steve asked he'd eat some if I had some wasabi. Well, Steve, you're in luck because I have some wasabi. Now, this is powdered. You know, this is when you go in for sushi and with this makes a great dipping sauce. Now, sorry about, we've gone from Spain to Japan here real quick. But wasabi is that hot mustard that tastes so delicious. Ooh, boy, is that good. That is so good. So Steve says he'd taste this if I... Okay, Steve. There it is.
Thanks, John.
He's really appreciative too, folks, let me tell you. Okay, what we're going to do next is cut. And look at this. That's right. Now this dish, I'm improvising. This is supposed to be done on an open fire. Campfire or on the beach. But what we're doing is I'm barbecuing it. See that? Real easy. What do you think, Steve?
Just perfect.
Yeah. One other piece?
Yes, I want some too.
Yeah?
You bet.
Okay. Octopus. Let me give the boys some octopus. Okay. Now, I'm just going to mark these and just put them right in to the stew. And all I wanted to do is get that barbecued, that flavor. Okay, you see what I'm doing? I'm just giving this a little color on the grill because this is going to make it taste like it's been barbecued outside. And that's how this should be done. You know, in Greece, you'd be walking down the street and you see these big octopus hanging out in the sun, getting dried. Then they take them, they barbecue them. Boy, are they delicious. I think we showed it on one show. That's the same thing. Same kind of effect I'm doing here. Yep. So we'll just put it on there like that, like that. See? Yeah, and you gotta be, and you gotta be fast. When we come back, we're gonna continue to cook this beautiful stew made out of octopus. Okay, folks, now I'm adding some tomato sauce. Okay, and I made this tomato sauce. It's like a marinara. You can add crushed tomatoes in the can. Don't use the tomatoes with the in the juice. That'll make this too watery. We want this to be on the thick side a bit. Then you got to add a real good sherry, and I'm adding a nice Spanish sherry. And then the great ingredient is some saffron, and I'm adding a pinch of that. All right. Now, if it's too thick, we add just a little bit of water. This needs just a bit, just a touch. And just this for, now we want to give it a little hotness to it. So load her up. This has got to be spicy. And some salt. And some pepper. Okay. Okay, this needs, when these potatoes are cooked, these little fingerlings, when they're cooked, this is cooked, folks. So while this is cooking, I want to thank you for sending your cards and your letters. And you know, I enjoy answering questions. And if you have some recipes you want me to try, I'll be more than happy to give it my touch. So, you know, send them in. I enjoy answering questions. And even when people come down to the restaurant and talking about mushrooms, and I enjoy that too. So I want everyone to feel welcome coming down there. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. Okay, this is getting real close. Like I said, this should be hot. How's that looking? Doesn't that look beautiful? Look at this. I mean, that looks so good. Now, if you can't find an octopus, which I'm sure some of you are going to have a tough time finding an octopus, you know, I would suggest, seriously, something that would be very good with this would be monkfish, because monkfish has a tendency to tighten up, and it has that consistency of being, you know, almost like a piece of lobster, and that should go real well in here. You know, monkfish is available in your better stores now. Or if you want to use chunks of lobster, this would be incredible. This would be absolutely delicious. And of course, squid would be delicious in here too. What else? Any fish that is a grouper would be good. And I would almost say, if you wanted to use some swordfish, if you don't stir it around a lot, anything that'll hold its shape, you know, because we're stirring this up pretty good. Yep. See? Okay, when we come back, we're going to, this should be just about ready. Okay, folks, there you have it. Look at this. It is done. Look how beautiful this looks. Remember, this is going to be spicy, a little bit smoky, and there you have it. Right here. Folks, my next dish is going to be pasta with truffles. All right? Now, everyone wants to know what a truffle is. All right, this is a truffle. All right, there are two kinds. There are black truffles and white truffles. There's truffles in France. There's truffles in Italy. There's truffles in Monterey. There's truffles in Napa. There's truffles actually all over, according to my friend, the expert. And I'm going to be trying to make a pasta dish with an Oregon black truffle. Okay? Now, the important thing, now this is, you never cook them. You always cook them. You use them raw because the flavor, the smell is of the most exquisite cream and I don't know, cheese and I don't know, boy, it's just a little bit of garlic and a little bit of onion, and it's just real complex. Now, for this pasta dish, you have to use egg noodle. You ever see these dried noodles that all look like a nest? Okay, these are egg noodles. These take very small amount of cooking. You do not cook this a lot because this has egg in it. And this will cook very quickly. These will cook about 2 minutes. So while that's working, what we're going to do, this is a very simple dish. However, the ingredients are kind of expensive, and that's what makes this so good. In Italy, we're talking $25 a dish. Now this is the beautiful black, and now I made a stock using mushrooms. Okay, what you see here are all mushrooms, and this stock is got just a delicious flavor to it. Okay, now when we were in China, we found out there's also the truffles coming from China, and there's only the black ones right now, and we've used them in the past, and they're very good. Just recently, we ordered some truffles from Oregon. I got white ones coming and black ones. In fact, I think we got about 60 pounds. Should be at my office either today or tomorrow. And they're all this quality, and I tell you, these are just incredible. Okay, what we want to do is just barely get this heated. We just want to, you see, we don't want to cook this butter. We just want to melt it. Okay, and this is some simple ingredients to this. And for some reason, sherry or Madeira just goes unbelievable. Now, see how fast this is cooking? Now, I've added some salt to this too, so it's lightly salted. Classic Italian, okay? Pasta, Reggiano Parmigiano, good butter, and truffles. I mean, it doesn't come simpler or better than this. Okay, now, secret to this pasta dish, folks, is do not strain this, okay? Because the richness of the butter and the cheese is going to be cut with the pasta water. We want that starch. In fact, we may even add a little bit more to it. Because there's starch in the water, and that's what makes this a little thick. Now, I want to add just a little bit of this to intensify. Now, this is the part where you got to kind of turn your heads, please. Okay, see how this is nice incorporating? You see that? You see the sauce forming there? You see that, how thick? That's what we want. Okay, then give it a little shot. Turn. Okay, make a little nest. Pour that nice sauce over it. And now you put this pasta to bed. You cover it with these beautiful sheets of truffle. Now that would be about $30, $40, $45, $50, $60, $70. This is out of everybody's pocketbook by now. But, you know, we might. What am I going to do with the rest of it? You know, might as well. Now you need a special truffle cutter. Okay, you can buy these. These are also used to shave chocolate. Okay, okay, folks. And how you finish this off is just with a little cheese. And I tell you, you serve this to anybody, you'll get a raise. You'll get your woman. You'll get your man. I mean, this is from heaven. Enjoy it. See you next time.